Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today, Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, The Talk, The Tube, The Lemonade, The Blue Sky Social, The Fan Base. Oh boy, I'm losing cards here. The Instagram or not, totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. Whatever does not fit, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Rare Rebel deck. Sorry, my finger's kind of covering it. Not that it matters, because apparently you can't get it anymore. I feel like a turd using it, but it's one of my favorite decks. We got 2 on the table. Three on the table. We got 7 on the table. Eight on the table. Let's do 2 more shuffles. 9 on the table. Ooh. 12 on the table? Oh no, here we go. Here we go. One more shuffle. Lucky 13. We're going to set this on the windowsill. We've got death. Deep desires. Ow! Crossroads. Toxic. Lovers. Commitment. Take action. Journey and adventure. Lucky blessings. Blessings. Trust your gut. Heart chakra. Energy vampire. Bottom of the deck. Lucky 13. Self-love. Feminine, masculine, take heart resonates. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to figure out if this is the same energy vampire as was it last night? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. With the take action, the energy vampire. I think we even had deep desires. Trust your gut. So this could be interpreted in a couple different ways here. So, because I'm getting a few different things. So this energy vampire is someone that's um, putting to death an old way of being, an old lifestyle, a toxic lifestyle. With the death card, the deep desires. This person is at a crossroads. This energy vampire is at a crossroads. This person is either was or is in a toxic lover situation with the toxic lovers and commitment cards. This energy vampire wants to take action. It's funny because with the journey and adventure, I just get that they want to leave. They want to walk away. Like they want to start their own journey. This is someone that thinks that if they get out of this toxic situation, and they start their own journey and start healing themselves, that they'll be able to bring in lucky blessings for themselves again. This is someone that probably hasn't trusted their gut in the past, but they need to. They're going to start. Or they already are, because of the crossroads. This is someone that would need to work on their heart chakra. This energy vampire is heart blocked. I just heard. Like someone that, okay, so like this energy vampire was in a toxic relationship, a toxic commitment with this lover, right? This energy vampire might have claimed to love this person, to claim to love this lover, but I don't really think that it's not that they, pardon me, it's not that they don't know what love is, it's that they're not willing to give it, or they weren't. This is someone that when they have bad relationships, when they have bad situations, when they look back on those memories, it causes them to not want to give to someone else, you know? Like this is someone that can't get over the heartbreak. And they use that heartbreak as a shield so that they don't get any more. They need to work on their heart space, their heart chakra. This energy vampire might be going through a period where like they're focusing on self-love. So you can switch this around and do a switcheroo. If this is you, you could say you're putting to death some type of toxic relationship with an energy vampire, that you're taking action on yourself, that you're trusting your gut, that you want to bring in lucky blessings for yourself, that you too need to work on your heart chakra. Sorry, you guys know my ears always itch. I had my hair up all day at work, so when I took it down to put my hat on, all the hair falling in my ear, it's all tickly and itchy. whether this is you with an energy vampire, or this is an energy vampire with another toxic person, if you know of a couple like that. The deep desires card, like it's a very sexually based relationship. Which, I mean, that makes sense if you consider the toxic person you're with, an energy vampire, because an energy vampire would be feasting off your sexual energy. So there would be a lot of sex. If this energy vampire is leaving this other toxic person, this other toxic lover, they're not healing. The energy vampire is, they're going to heal, but the toxic lover is not. Or at least I'm not getting that they are right now. So like if this were a couple that you knew, right? Like friends or something, like that are, let's just say, married, and the one person leaves the relationship and goes on to heal themselves and start doing things for themselves, right? Like maybe all of a sudden they start taking up, like writing classes or music, or they start going bowling and they get by a bowling ball. Like somebody is going to notice that whoever this energy vampire is, like, they're improving upon themselves. They're doing something with themselves. But people are also going to notice that the person that they left, they're going to notice that that's the toxic person. That's going to be the person that, like, once the marriage is over, like maybe even before the marriage is over, right? But once the marriage is over, like, this person is going to be out there, like, hunting for a new person, constantly talking about men or women or whatever, constantly like, oh, I went out on this date and had sex with this person, and this, that, and the other. Someone bought me, $1,000 ring, or you know what I mean? Like, people are going to notice that the one that left is the one that's working on themselves, and the one that they left is the toxic one. Like, it's going to be very clear. It's going to be very clear. And some people might look at them and be like, oh no, they're just like getting into the swing of things after divorce. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Like, I was that toxic person. I was that toxic person. Now, I will say this, like, the ex-husband and I were separated for a while before our actual divorce was final. And technically we were separated before that, even, because I was very unhappy. I was making him very unhappy, and there really wasn't anything going on with us as a couple. Like, to me, it had already been over. I've told you guys that before. The thing is I was seeing someone, like, September, October, a little bit of November, at the end of 2022. That fell off. We got divorced the first week of January of 2023. I was online, meeting men and women, and had a few encounters before I got involved with the guy that I was involved with for 4 or 5 months. And the thing was, is at the time I thought like, oh, okay, like, him and I had been separated for a while. We weren't even really together before then. Like, I was mentally checked out probably like a year and a half to 2 years before the divorce was even final. I mean, if I were to just be honest. So like, to me, like, I felt like I had been alone long enough. The thing is even though even though I felt like I had been alone long enough, and I still feel like technically I had been alone long enough, the thing is I still didn't really acknowledge myself for myself. I didn't really like when I was out there looking for people, I was still kind of hovering under the old Kim mindset, as opposed to now, like, I have the new Kim mindset, and I would never do some of the things that I did back in 2022 and 2023, because I'm not a sucker. Like, when I feel like somebody's screwing me over, I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to like beg for them to want me or try to fit myself into their life when they show that they don't want me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a desperate person. Like, I am just fine on my own. I'm fine. Like, I don't need to like, latch on to a man or a woman to get me through the night, right? Like, I again, been celibate for over a year and a half. I'm doing a-okay. Um, do I miss like having a partner? Do I miss having another person around? Yeah, of course I do. But at the same time, like, on the flip side of that, like, if I were to have a partner, like, I don't know how I would deal with that. Because I'm so used to being on my own now, and I'm so used to doing my own thing, and I don't have to answer to anybody. If I want to get up at 4 a.m. and go to the grocery store, I can. I don't have to worry about waking somebody up. Like, and I do that sometimes, by the way, because I'm an early bird. What can I say? But it's nice not, being by yourself, not having to answer to anyone, being able to do whatever the fuck you want. If I want to go hang out with a friend, I can go hang out with a friend. If I want to go to the Volo antique shops and browse around for an hour or two, like, I can. I don't have to call up somebody and be like, honey, food is going to be in the oven when you get home, but I got to go run an errand. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to deal with any of that bullshit. Some of it, you miss at times, but at other times, you're just like, thank God. Thank God it's just me. And I know there's some people out there that are probably like, oh, you're so jaded. Like, you don't even want another person. Like, what's the matter with you? Are you a lesbian? Like, I could just see like the comments, right? No, it's not that I don't want another person eventually. I do. It's just, it's nice when you don't have to take into account someone else's feelings or their being or their existence, you know? Like, I have a few friends, me, the 4 cats. That's it. I talk to the ex-husband every once in a while. We're going out to breakfast tomorrow. I've been saving him moving boxes. I don't know why I volunteered to do that. I, I'm always gonna have a soft spot in my heart for that man. I will. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't, like, I want a relationship, but I don't want a relationship. People are going to look at this energy vampire and the other toxic lover, and they're going to realize that this energy vampire left for a reason, that they left to heal themselves, to grow, to change, to enlighten themselves, to get out there, to work for themselves, to do for themselves. And this toxic lover is going to be in the same spot that they were in when the divorce was final, or the partnership broke up, whatever the case may be. And people are going to be like, well, what the fuck? So you were the problem. And I don't think whoever this couple is, I think they were both toxic. They were just both toxic. And one realized that they were done with that, and the other one's like, well, I'm not. And hence a separation begins. If this is you with a toxic lover, with an energy vampire, I think it's just going to be even more pronounced that, like, you left a relationship to build yourself up, and this person, it gives off the energy of, I don't know if you guys ever, like, if you ever scroll through Instagram or TikTok, if you guys ever, like, follow or subscribe to, like, accounts having to do with, like, narcissism. Like, the constant theme with narcissism is that there be two people in a relationship, and the one person is, the good person, and the other person is the narcissist. And the good person will eventually get tired of the abuse, the emotional, the mental, the verbal abuse, sometimes physical, sometimes sexual, and they'll leave. They'll exit this situation. And a lot of times, especially like close family and friends, they'll be like, "Oh, no, there's you guys just broke up. There's nothing wrong with that narcissist, right?" Said narcissist. But the thing is that person will go and get into another relationship, and eventually it will end the same way. Because the thought process is the narcissist will always end up alone. They will always end up alone. Because they're too abusive, and people will continuously leave. And typically, as the years go on and they go through more and more partners, it gets easier and easier to see them as a narcissist sooner and sooner in the relationship. And if you got one person that left, two people that left, three people that left, and you got this fourth person with this narcissist, a lot of times you'll hear stories where, because the narcissist will use those past people as like, oh, they couldn't handle me. Like, oh, they accused me of this, but I'm a sweet person. Like, I'm not bad, I'm good. I shouldn't have to say that out loud if I'm really good, but look at me. And a lot of times, people, the new person, will reach out to a past person and be like, so why'd you leave? You know? You hear about things like that all the time if you follow pages and accounts that are devoted to narcissism. You'll see things about that all the time. There's a lovely woman on TikTok that goes by the name of Krista, and she's a DV survivor, and she got away from her spouse, her male spouse, her and her kids, and I think I I think she's been away from him for a year and a half now, because I want to say I want to say it was September of 2023, unless it was September 2022. So a year and a half or to 2.5 years, I can't remember which. But she talks about how her ex-husband's new person would reach out to her and be like, did you go through this? Like, why did you leave? And it's a thing. It's a thing. And good for those people that get into those relationships and they're like, huh, like there's something off here. There's something wrong here. And try and get in touch with the past person to see. I don't I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. Especially if you really get the sense that there's something off. Especially if someone is being, abusive and you're like, "Wait a minute." Like it was great for the first 3 months and now all of a sudden. But you hear about that all the time in those types of relationships. That's what this gives off. Like somebody exits a situation and blossoms, and the person that they left is still stagnant in the same spot. And it's like people realizing, like, wait a minute. Now, you can take how it resonates for you and this energy vampire. But if this is an energy vampire with another toxic person, they're committed to each other, but there's no what is it called? The hell is it called? They're committed to each other, but they have like an open relationship. Like they're committed to one another, to being together, but they're also allowed to sleep around, cheat on each other, basically. I think that's why the self-love card, like it fell out kind of like at the last minute. It was bottom of it was sorry, it didn't fall out. It was bottom of the deck. But I don't think that was there for I do think that was there on purpose because I feel like whoever this energy vampire is, like whatever was going on in that toxic relationship, like they needed this. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. Like they needed to get out of whatever sexual whatever was going on there. Because if you're and we've talked about this before, if you're in an open relationship, that's fine, but you should be protecting yourself and you should be protecting your partner because like ew. Like mm-mm, mm-mm. No. Like if this was me and we had an open relationship and the first time my partner brought me home something, I, I'd be gone. I'd be hitting bricks. I'd be like, okay, see ya. Nope. And it kind of I've said this before too, you guys. It's kind of sad that now in the year 2025 there are just so many people out there fucking around without protection. Like it's fine. It's okay. No. I haven't I'm like 60 and I've never had an STD. Odds are I'm not going to get one. Like what? 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 I think I'm going to leave it there because I'm just going to keep. There's not much else to say there. And very much, very much reminds me of the energy from last night. I hope the message resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody has a lovely Tuesday evening or whatever day it is for you, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.